235 of evolving into a star seed with the Are You Healing or Are You Truly Healing or Masking series. Thank you guys so much for joining. Happy to have you guys continue to subscribe to the channel. Let's see where the subscription numbers are at now. I don't know because this phone is actually dead. I did not charge it last night. I was too busy trying to get some rest. So let's put it on the charger now. Nom, 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 nom. Again, I want to thank you all for joining me at this time on the journey to get into 1,000 subscribers before summer's over. I was so close, but school starts on Wednesday. So unless all 200 of y'all that come onto the video today subscribe before y'all leave, you know what I'm saying? Okay. So let's get straight into it. Oh my God, I have to use the bathroom. Oh God. We'll just hold that right there for now. So when it comes to healing, are you truly healing or masking? Let's think about the different layers of dimensions. Okay, we have the dimension that looks like chaos. We have the actual earthly dimension that usually most of us are at. We have the dimension of the wrathful deities that most of us are at that you have to get past. Then we have the other dimension past that, which is where the bodhisattvas start. Or no, I'm sorry, the monks start. We have to give up everything. I think I'm kind of at that level now, where I've given up most of my worldly possessions in order to meet myself. Like me without, nice things, without jewelry, without, whatever. I think that's what that process is all about, really coming to terms with who you truly are. Then after that, you have the level where you finally, after monk, it's bodhisattva. So that's where you start, I guess you have the position or the ability to transition, but you stay behind and you teach others lessons about spirituality. So I guess that's like priests, if they have actually gone through their ascension. That's usually what makes people go towards the church and things like that. What makes them go towards their journey back towards the people, to become a community leader, to be a spiritual leader, a teacher. Just yesterday, I lightly spoke about master numbers. So we know we have the master numbers 11, 22, and 33. 33 is the number for teaching. So when people get to that 33 realization, 33 is like a figure 8, which is the eternity, infinity split in half. So, you flip it over. It's just, you get to the level when you understand all that, and it just comes to you naturally. When it clicks in your mind, it's like, okay, now I'm ready to teach because I've learned a lot. So that's the level of the bodhisattva, I believe. And then once you get past that, it's the actual Buddha, the person who can stay in meditation for like hours, days. Like all they do is just sit in meditation. Like they don't do anything but meditate. Like they literally are the watchers in spirit of the whole entire world. It's like the grandparents that sit at home all day. And little do you know it, they're the ones that's keeping you safe because they're watching your back. They're keeping a strict eye over you. All right. So what's up, love? When you finally realize that about the different dimensions that we have to go through ascension, it becomes a little bit easier to make decisions when it comes to making U-turns, right? For instance, excuse me, I had I had the opportunity to possibly go back and call someone from my past. We just had a new moon last night. It was a black new moon, so it was all like super duper like big on like, or what decision are you going to make for, all these things that scare us into making permanent decisions based on planetary alignments and stuff. So with that being said, it was funny during that moon that my son's father would call me. I hadn't spoken to him in so long. He said, "You need to go get our son's ski mask for my friend." I'm like, what are you talking about? Why is my son even getting a ski mask to begin with? I could have sworn he already had one, but then we ended up talking on the phone for like a whole hour that had nothing to do with the ski mask. I guess he's very much into the planetary alignments and things too. Oh, look at that. And as soon as I spoke about him, look what just came on. The phone just immediately charged. This is my black phone, heavy mine. Black ice, black phone, black moon, Cancer moon. It's a lot of things that are relative in that space, in my reality. Um, and a lot of people, a lot of you guys will probably start to realize that a little bit more once you get to a certain level. A lot of you guys will probably start to realize that a little bit more when you get to a certain level in your spirituality, where you'll start to realize, like, oh shoot, this person's name is this, and I always see ice, or I always see black and ice, and black ice is like one of the most famous, car air fresheners. And what's up, Laura? Nice to have you. If you guys are here, please subscribe to the channel. Even if you only come for one video, just subscribe. Do me that one solid. I can't wait to start monetizing, because I do want to move into speaking and sharing my knowledge with you guys more often. So this is something that I really am passionate about. I am currently a hairstylist, but I want to share more of my knowledge with you guys, so I can move out of that career path and get more so into doing this every day and multiple times a day, making more videos, tarot reading, things like that. So I appreciate the support. But nonetheless, when you get to that certain level in your spiritual journey, you'll start to realize how things are just coinciding and clicking naturally, like ice, black phone. Speak about that person, the phone turns on, the energy. When this phone is really charged, I feel drained, but that person usually seems like they got a lot of energy. They moving around a lot. It's like understanding the connection between you and the universe. Black moon last night. Cancer is ran by the moon. You start to see people not just as devices, but you just start understanding more so what they are. Like, for instance, there's this new app coming out called Gemini, which is like a cryptocurrency app. And my son, he be acting like he a daggone digital bot. Gemini boy, he always want to be all over the place. He's such an extrovert. I'm like, ugh. I look into his room. I'm like, dang, you got a lot of energy just floating through your bedroom. Like, what the heck? Dude. But I guess that's the way he likes it. I prefer it to be a little bit more cleaner, because I've always been wanting to keep high protection around my home. But like I said, until he lives back with me, I can't really control what they do in that household. Right? And that's another part of the spiritual journey. The topic of the video today is, should I make that U-turn? Because in my dream last night, I actually made a U-turn and came back to someone. And I'm going to tell you why it was trivial to me, or triggering to me. I had a dream a long time ago where God had me at a church. Right? I was at a church, which I was at a church yesterday. I remember. If y'all were here yesterday, I was at the church. And if you're here, subscribe to the channel. Happy to have you. Can't wait to meet you and greet you and speak to you more. But yesterday I remember I was at a church. So long story short, in the dream I was at a church, and I was given the ability to leave the church and go out and go do some tasks. It's like the church was like, okay, you're a part of the church, but here's your mission, basically. So I went out to go do some work, some community work. But they kept saying, stay on the path. Whatever you do, stay on the path. Like, there's this road that was carved in between all these different hills, and it was a dirt road. But they said, stay on the path. And this is a dream I had a little while ago. Now, I'm going to break this dream down for y'all, so be ready. Okay? It says, stay on the path, but don't help everybody on the path. Only help the ones that need your help, the kind of help that you can provide. Right? The kind of help you can provide. So once I do that and I take heed to that, there's opportunity to go help these women at the strip club. They look at me like, no, don't go there. My dumb ass, oh no, everybody deserves help. Everybody deserves a little bit of TLC. Everybody deserves. Don't go there. I went there. Even my last relationship, as toxic as it may have seemed, he used to always be like, don't do that. Don't do that. And I wouldn't understand what he was talking about. And I still sometimes hear his voice saying that shit. But long story short, I go into the strip club and I help the girl. She's like sniffing coke and everything else. I'm like, oh my God. She got makeup running down her eyeballs. I'm trying to like wipe her makeup off and clean her up. Somehow I slightly got sucked into it. I started realizing as I was going down this road, I started looking at myself more. Coming to find out, y'all, why by the time I finished helping most of the people that I was not supposed to help was I butt naked, walking around outside. takers have no limits. They gonna keep on taking until they can't take no more. You can help people on this journey, but you have to help the people that are meant for you to help. So I saw what the biggest problem in my energy was, and it was my want to help people. You can't want to help people more than you want to help yourself. And if you see a person that has no kind of regard for your life, like literally saying things like, why don't you just hurry up and die? Stuff like that. Holding stuff over your head on purpose that they could literally they could eliminate with no problem. Starting problems and stuff that they know they're starting. You gotta know with discernment to or not to continue on with helping that person. You understand? Because again, the kind of help that you can provide might not be the kind of help that they need. They might just need somebody to take advantage of. And if God didn't give you the position of being taken advantage of, you're not supposed to be doing that. That's not how you help people. People who want help like that, they haven't done the work. They don't understand boundaries. They don't understand purity. They don't understand keeping their guard up. That's why I'm starting to learn to attach myself to the right people who make me feel safe. You understand what I'm saying? So that I can give off the aura that I want to attract. I don't want everybody. So let's finish the dream. I don't want everybody, but let me finish the dream. The dream goes, I help that one last girl, and I'm naked out on the road, and I see how to make it home, and I'm almost there, but I'm kind of moving slow at this point. So what's up, man? So I'm trying to hurry up and get there. I'm trying to hurry up and run in the dream. And I'm almost at the church. I'm almost back at the church. I had went to the other church, tried to help the guys over there, tried to help the girls at the strip club. I went through all these different I'm good. I went through this whole entire pathway, but I'm naked now because I didn't help too many people. And I see how to get home. I'm right there. And I start running. And I had the opportunity to go off the road and go chase the money or go home. Again, this topic keeps coming up. But I had the opportunity to go chase the money or go home. I said, I'm going to just go home. It got to a point where, like I said, the money started chasing me. And the money, it wasn't just money. It was the ghost of George Washington that was fast, and it ran towards me. I was so close. My hand was on the church door. Right when I touched it to open it, the George Washington hand grabbed my arm, and I started feeling like I burnt the fuck up. And I woke up out that dream so fast. Let me tell you how I still didn't listen to that dream in real time. My brothers and sisters, they have a cousin. He's not my cousin. He came around asking me for a place to stay. He said, "Oh, I just need to stay there for a little bit, just a place to stay. Da 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 da. I'm gonna sleep on the floor in the living room. I ain't gonna cause too many problems." Okay. Now the only issue is I had a crush on this cousin because again, like I said, he's my brother's and sister's cousin. He's not my cousin. That's their cousin through their dad's side of the family. Their dad is not related to me. My mom started dating their dad after my dad got locked up. So that's not my cousin. We kind of had a little vibey crush on each other since we was kids. We didn't know no better. It was like natural attraction since we was children. It was natural. We always just look at each other. So when he asked me for help, I thought it was the right thing to do, but I had to look at his Instagram name. Remember, this Instagram is very intertwined in a lot of this. His name was Fast Money. In the dream, we weren't second cousins. He's not related to me at all. This is they auntie, their aunt, their father, their aunt. That's her son. I have no blood relation to them. I'm not Jamaican at all. My mom had me, and then met this guy. He had a family. You understand? He's not related to me at all. We have no relation. We're not even second cousins. That's just their first cousin. My brothers and sisters are my half. I don't have any full siblings. They're my half siblings. So their father family is not in any kind of way related to me. So that's not my cousin. So anywho, basically step cousins, right? So in the dream, it's getting a little crazy. It's getting a little I mean, not in the dream, in real life, because I'm looking at his name. It's like Fast Money. Remember, in the dream, the Fast Money started chasing me, and it touched my hand and it burned me. I wasn't paying attention because this happened weeks later when I started juicing and stuff. I'm like on my fast, really getting towards home, cleaning my system out, getting there. I meet this fine ass influencer in my spirit and dreams. First day I meet him, like pop up in my dream. I'm like, oh my god, I'm speechless. What you doing in my dream? Like, of all the people that you could have popped up on, why you popping up on me? Asking me to take a journey with you. But I didn't understand how serious that was until now. But fast forward anyway. My point in this is, do you make the U-turn or not? I had all the reasons in the world to say no to this boy moving into my house, and I still did. And I ain't gonna hold you. I slipped up. I let lust and stupidity cloud my judgment, and I wasn't paying attention to that dream. Furthermore, when my brother was a young kid, they used to always call him George Washington because he's like one of them Jamaicans where he's like real light skin. He got blonde hair, blue, green, gray eyes. His eyes change colors. So his grandma would always call him George Washington, George Washington. I didn't put one and two together until I realized when I would do my brother's locks that he would be on the phone with this cousin even after I kicked the cousin out the house. Cause see, the cousin one day got into a fight with my sister and called my mother a whore and a bitch. And he was like, he's about to smack the shit out of my sister. I said, you smack the shit out of my sister, I'm gonna put your ass is getting the fuck out of my house tomorrow. You're not staying here no more. And I will burn your ass the fuck up in this house. Like, I don't give a fuck. I will find something, I will kick your ass. You know? If I had listened to the dream and my discernment, he would have never been in my house. He would have never had the chance to curse my sister out and get drunk. He would never call my mom out her name. But I also would have never realized that him and my brother had an alliance. The Fast Money / George Washington that chased me in my dream, grabbing me right before I get my chance to go in that door to make it home to where I want to go. Right? Now, I bring all this up and say, should I make this U-turn? Because come 4th of July, they're hanging out at the family event. This past 4th of July, he don't usually come to my 4th of July cookout. Like, the cousin don't usually come. But he keep popping up. And it's like a test of me. Like, am I going to just go back into lust just because that was something that was longevity, long term? I was talking to somebody at the time, my Taurus guy that I was talking to. And he kept like trying to push up on me. I'm like, dude, you're like my cousin now. Like, no, okay, that happened back then. You're my cousin now. Like, I realize it now. You're just meant to be family. Like, no, I'm good. I'm good. Taurus guys watching me, studying me. Like, she really about to do that? I'm like, no, we're good. So fast forward, push come to shove. My dream last night. It was very controversial, actually. I keep hearing that the guy from we gonna take this journey together, the guy that I met at the time, is gonna pop up on me and talk to me. He even popped up in a dream recently, but it was like he was at a house with a bunch of white people. I work next to a bunch of white people. Maybe it's something in that over there, right? So in the dream, what happened first? I had just got off. Okay, I think I had a dream before I left from over there. I'm trying to remember because I had like 3 different dreams last night, and I'm trying to remember the order I had them in. Well, I just remember I got off of a plane, and I was like, I just got back from my flight from Atlanta. It's like, you came back from Atlanta? I said, yeah, I came back from Atlanta. That's where, dude, let's take this journey. So I'm like, I just got back from Atlanta. I'm touching down over here, and I say something at the airport that was really important. But then I end up, the dude who I knew was kind of orchestrating my day yesterday. Like, I be knowing when I see that V, the wolf sign, I be knowing like, okay, it's one of them. I be knowing who in my house based on the forehead signs. Like, it's kind of just like Squid Games. When you start to really pay attention, like, you see how I got this right here? I know whose that is, right? But then there's another person I know that got like a brow bone that's like this. So I just be knowing who's in my energy based on what's up, Ireland. And this is why I say I do want to spiritually teach, because a lot of people don't know that. Some people do, some people don't. But let's fast forward through all of this, because I'm dragging. So in the dream, I come from the airport. I'm at this dude's house. The dude I used to talk to, the wolf guy. I'm at his house. He's like, yeah, you can stay at my house, but you do know it's somebody else in the bedroom with me. I'm like, I don't care. I'm in the bathroom. I just got back from my flight. I just needed to go ahead and take my shower and everything. I'm not tripping off that. Like, even in the dream world, he's trying to make me jealous over him having another girlfriend. Like, I don't care. I just want to take my shower and go on about life. Don't care. But then past that, we got the ex. He was in the same house. They got the same thing on their forehead. Same mansion. So he's in the house, but I don't really remember what he was doing. I like, it was like so faint, whatever was going on with him. Like, I didn't even see it. Like, it was like I don't even remember if I saw his head or I don't remember what I saw. So I take a shower. The bathroom's pretty nice. And I take a shower or something, and I think I go in my car and I start driving. And I'm driving. I'm on this pathway to go somewhere. I don't know where I'm driving to. I don't remember. But I see somebody at the bus stop that needs a ride. I start seeing a lot of people that need rides. And the person at the bus stop, they had dyed their hair like an orangish color or something, like mine. So I was like, oh, and I had a bunch of stuff in my passenger seat. Like, people kept saying, like, looking like they wanted to ride, but they kept saying I had a bunch of stuff in my passenger seat. So, long story short, I ended up giving this one person a ride. And he's like, oh, thank you so much. And he ends up telling me to take him to his house. Love the Uncle Not the Nose Ring. Oh, well, they here to stay. They've been here since I was like 17, so they ain't going nowhere. But I appreciate the compliments, though. So I go inside the man's house because he asked me to come inside, and I'm in there, and I see my lizard on the floor, and she starts like convulsing, like, and I'm like, oh my God. He's like, yeah, I don't know. That's where my uncle died at. And then I got the chills. I was like, and I started doing the same thing as my lizard. And then all I can hear is my mom say, see, 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 see. And I just woke up. I was like, so basically I gotta run back to my mom. And then I realized I had to come to my mom's house because I left my dryer over here. So I was trying to do hair yesterday, but I didn't have my blow dryer. And I didn't want to bother nobody because I didn't have my blow dryer. So I came over towards my mom's house anyway. Y'all, that was a spiritual alignment moment of like, you don't realize how important it is to be up underneath your mama. Even if your mama come with the drama. Because other people, like, every time I got off the trail, off the path that I'm talking to y'all about, anytime I got off of this path, no, it's basically saying anytime I got off the path, I ended up in somebody else's house that I didn't want to be in, that had no respect or regard for me. My mom might not have treated me the way I wanted to because I want to be treated like a little pretty princess. But every time I didn't listen to my mother, I ended up in a space or a place that I didn't want to be in. That just wanted my life. They just wanted my energy, my essence. They didn't want me. They didn't really give a fuck about me. They just wanted my energy, what I could do for them energetically, bring them back to life. They wasn't really trying to pour into me. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. My last dude, like, I talked to, one thing I can say about him, regardless of everything, when he felt like pushing me, my views on YouTube will go up and people will follow. So I can't say that he never did do right. He just wasn't showing up how I thought a boyfriend should show up, because I wasn't just looking for being famous on internet. Like, and he kept asking me to be his girlfriend. I'm like, but you're not even acting like a boyfriend. And I knew he was talking to other girls. Like, I ended up going on people's T or T app, and I'm seeing girls like, he was just in my DMs. He was just in my DMs. He's so thirsty. But they all said it the same week. So it kind of made it like, you sure it ain't like the same person just came on here trying to like make him look bad? I don't know. It just gave weird that everybody would comment the same week. But it was during the time we was talking. So I'm just like, but I always would ask him to see his phone and look at his DMs, and he would never let me see his phone, but he would always be looking at my phone. And I feel like they always say, men, all right, yeah, all right, because I did listen to myself freestyling, and I had gum in my mouth, and I was smacking like a bitch. But men and women, we only accuse each other of stuff that we know that we're capable of. So I did realize that the reason he probably wouldn't let me check his phone is because when I would check if I was to check his phone, I would see 10 times what I was doing. And he just really couldn't believe that I was literally doing like the minimal when it comes to speaking to other people. Like I literally was in my phone in my bed. Like it probably might have been two dudes trying to flirt with me. And I'm like, oh, hi, whatever. Hey, how are you? But that's it. Like never off no like, oh yeah, let's link up. What's your phone number? We about to go to the bar. Like, cause I don't even drink. I don't even smoke. So there's nobody asking me, hey, I'm about to spark you up. Come pull up. I'm gonna pay for the tree. Just bring the raw sheets. None of that. Just bring a bottle. I got the tree. It was not because I don't do that. So it started to get to a point where I was offended that he would even check my phone, knowing that I had no ability to see what was going on in his. Right now, move forward past that. Like I said, he still was able to push me in ways that helped me grow. Meaning, like, when I was talking to him, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, it was times where I had like 100 people in the live room at the same time. I feel like because his energy was big enough, vast enough, where he could put enough people on the, I guess, network where that space could be held, where it wasn't just all on me to do it all by myself. So I can give him benefit of the doubt in that area, that he was able to do that for my growth in the spirit and the career of being a public influence. But it would attract a certain kind of viewer where they'd be like, you're a whore, you're a trans, this just be saying randomly rude stuff, like have nothing to do with the conversation, and not no I feel like it was just bot people or something. It just, that was a correlation. But the numbers were going up. That's when I got to 11,000 views one morning, 5,000 views every single day, 3,000 views, 2,000 views. Like the minimum, like being 4,000. Like I was checking after the video every single day. I'm like, okay, 4,000. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, 4,000 makes sense. It just got regular. And he's like, yeah, that's my energy. I'm pushing you. You don't even realize it. And I said, you probably are, but like you keep wanting to be my boyfriend, but you're not acting like it. You're not treating me right. So what does that mean? If you're not really doing what I need, I can't be giving you what you want, because then I'm like selling myself short. I'm not giving myself, the full benefit of being me. Now, how do I put this into perspective? Making that U-turn in my dream almost cost me my life. Making a U-turn in your life right now might cost you your life, going back to people who you want to help. He was a U-turn. He was a person that I spoke to 2 years ago. I hadn't spoken to him. I had $7,000. I could have manifested a whole brand new life. I could have content created myself. I could have bought a daggone, I could have started vlogging myself about, I just bought some land in Ghana and I bought a container. I'm about to go back and get my son in a month. I'm just setting up everything over here so that when he's good, I could just bring him back over here. Like, I really got distracted, like legitimately distracted from doing something that I genuinely wanted to do, and I had the money to do it at that time. And I started focusing on how to get this dude to make his money. He just would not listen to nothing I was saying. I'm like, you could go ahead and get $100,000 with a business credit card. Dude ain't never used his credit not once. So I'm like, you got all these opportunities to do things like you can really do, that you have like the freedom to do, because you can use credit to grow your money. And then, oh my God, I think I need to hurry up and just go to the bathroom, y'all. I hate when I gotta go to the bathroom. All y'all start getting online because it started feeling real gross. I don't like that feeling in my stomach. Long story short, what do women want? Women want peace. Women want ease. The same thing men want. It's just the feminine version of it. Like, women don't want to work because us working takes away from our household. Yes, we make money, but us giving access to our bodies and our spirit to a bunch of random men while we at work, our bosses, co-workers, customers, it takes away from the energy that we can pour into our own household. And when you make U-turns, you go back to people that obviously weren't good enough for you the first time. Thank you for asking that question. I say distracted, meaning like had a dick distracted me. I didn't mean distracted. I didn't mean to say distracted. I meant to say distracted. That's a word that I made up for us when we get toxically distracted by people who are taking us off course. Like I'm looking at my sky right now, even like all these fake ass clouds and shit they trying to put up in the sky and like distract. No, we're already at the highest level of consciousness, but when you make that U-turn, you bring certain stuff back into the air. Like I had no clouds in my sky yesterday, not one cloud. The whole sky was blue all day, not one cloud, not a bit. So I'm saying this, you can't give credit to everyone. Most people can't handle you. Would have ruined him. You would have ruined him. No, I feel like we did definitely actually break each other down in certain aspects, but I feel like that's also part of like rebuilding. Like I feel like people don't realize we have to break each other down in order to rebuild. If we don't break each other down, we don't learn stuff. Cause you got to be retrained. You in your house, you got to break a couch and using. The whole entire point of life is to break something in, break it down, and have it transform into being something custom for you. And if something's not willing to break down and really, reconfigure itself, it's not for you. Simple as that. So, the breakdown is not the problem. It was more along the lines of we both had goals that were very valid goals. We both had our own strong-minded personalities, but they just didn't align appropriately for where we both wanted to go. Because I wanted a peaceful relationship that was easy. He said, "Yeah, I want to be able to do everything for you, but you just got to listen to everything I say do." And I'm looking at him like, "You smoke and you drink and you be coughing all the time. I don't be sick. I don't. Your friends." I don't like having my spirit all open like this to all these different people. And I'm looking at my son. My son's starting to look like he getting sick. Like it feel like you just using me and using access to me to kind of heal all your people and bring all your little zombie friends back to life. Which it don't matter where you go. Technically, that is the same. Like especially if you're talking to somebody who's a big name or something like that. That's essentially what it is. Even imagine talking to somebody who's a rapper. Rappers can't control who listens to their music and who vibing with them and who looking at their content all day. So even if I talk to one of the richest rappers, it'll still be the same principality. It's just because that's that collective. They into drinking, smoking, fucking having fun. Whereas I'd rather be attached to somebody who, the majority of people you attracting juicing, cleansing, meditating, they drinking apple juice, fresh pressed. They drinking orange juice, fresh pressed. They drinking, you know, they putting witch hazel on their face every day. They not just out here raw dogging people. They not just having sex all willy nilly. They kind of more along the lines of like they got structure, they got balance. They still like people who are spiritual and focus on the spiritual hygiene. They still fuck. They still party and stuff, but they take it so much more serious. They don't have their spirit open to everybody, only to people who are their select group. It's like a vegan lifestyle. You don't eat everything. You only eat stuff that ain't got animals in it. You don't use products that got, goat's milk in it or anything like that. You use products that are just animal free so that you just, I just entered and saw the caption of the live. Someone said that you're healed when you go through a situation and get tested. Right. And that's why I feel like I was tested to go ahead and make that U-turn and take the bait last night in the dream when the dude came, because he came to me yesterday. I knew he was the one that was orchestrating my whole entire day because I looked at my forehead. I'm like, oh yeah, I know that sign. And when he was in my face, I'm just looking like this is beautiful to have a blue sky and be worthy of stuff that's like you be at the highest level. You feel like you above everything and above everyone and can't nobody touch you and you untouchable. But why do that and be lonely? You not talk like what I'm saying, like it just feel lonely. And it's like I know that the people that's around me don't really fuck with me because I seen how y'all did me, so it's like I can't take that back. How y'all did me, like you can't take that back. You can't act like you never did that. That's always gonna be burned in my memory at my lowest point how you treated me. So to take the bait and be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna fuck around and just fuck him. And in the dream, he took me to a beach in Liberia, and I was on a beach and learned how to do yoga by myself. That was so relaxing. And then in the other dream, I'm in a mansion by myself. It's like I'm not taking that bait just because. Like, I'm not dumb. I know what you're sitting here doing. I'm not falling for that shit. Damn, y'all, I came into the neighborhood. I feel like I ain't gotta use the bathroom no more, and people just left out the live. I feel like I need to use the bathroom. That's what it feel like. I need to use the bathroom and get my blow dryer for work. Clothes. I want to wake him up if I don't have to, but I do need my dryer. It's Sierra. It's me. Just coming to get my dryer for work. Because I didn't have my dryer at work yesterday, and I don't see it in here. So then where is my dryer? Oh, shit. That's not good. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Where would the blow dryer be at? Y'all, hold on one second. I'll be right back.